Welcome to the Nan v. Haki podcast. In this episode, we finally witness the long-awaited confrontation that fans have been anticipating for over 200 episodes. While this intense battle unfolds, the rest of the crew is practically putting on a show of their own. So let's dive into the review of this amazing episode titled Wrath. The title reflects the deep anger both Luffy and Usopp feel towards Emu. The episode picks up right where we left off, with Zoro and his crew gearing up for battle. We see Zoro excitedly looking at his crew, eager to watch the fight. Meanwhile, the devilish giant warriors who have lost their identities tell Dory and Brogy that they need to embrace their devilish nature again, due to their unlimited power and regeneration abilities. This feeling of invincibility is unmatched, creating a sense of incredible freedom. Interestingly, Luffy describes his fifth gear form as the moment he feels the freest, where he can turn anything he imagines into reality, be it a baseball bat or glasses. It's quite intriguing that Emu's Demiraverse power also grants a sense of freedom. Emu fights with a similar sense of liberty as Luffy, sprouting a tail and creating objects like books and guns, just as Luffy does. This suggests that Emu possesses a power that parallels Luffy's, but operates in a completely opposite manner. Could it be that while Luffy is realizing dreams, Emu is manifesting nightmares? The fact that the Gorosei are composed of yokai, or Japanese demons, alongside Emu's Doronic-themed powers seems to support this idea. As the scene progresses, Dory attacks, but his hand gets pierced, emphasizing that he can no longer regenerate. Someone remarks on the surprising surrender of the proud giant warrior pirates to this power, and we shift to Chopper's side. Chopper is treating the injured Goblin, who is fighting against the devilish giants that were once guards at Edie's lobby. Chopper warns Kashi to stay out of it to avoid becoming devilish himself, but Kashi is conflicted, unable to hurt his friends.
Then we see Brogy splitting a devilish giant in half, but his left arm is clearly severed. This indicates that a character's Demiraverse returning to normal does not heal previous injuries. Emu's gunshot has left a permanent mark on Brogy. Following this, we witness Haruden, Dory, Stanson, and Zoro launching an attack called Red Ogre Mega Wrath, with Red Ogre being Brogy's nickname. This attack signifies Zoro's anger over Brogy's injury, and it effectively obliterates the devilish giants in front of them. However, as we saw in the last episode, this won't kill them, it will allow them to revert to their normal forms. Next, we return to Chopper, who is still struggling to convince Kashi to attack. Just as Kashi is about to be attacked by the devilish giants, Gaban, despite his injuries, reaches for his axe. But Chopper acts first, slapping the devilish giant with his monster form. Initially, the giant laughed, claiming he felt nothing, but something incredible happens next. Just like Dory and Brogy did previously, the giant flips over and returns to normal. This moment is crucial. Zoro's attacks had no effect on these devilish beings, as it was stated that the Demiraverse power would only be cancelled upon the death of the devilish person. However, when Haki-less Chopper gives a small slap, it's as if the devil spirit is leaving the body and the giant returns to normal. This brings us to a fascinating point about Chopper's fruit. It might be a mythological and legendary fruit similar to Luffy's. Luffy's fruit is the Hito Yuto no Mi model sun god Nika, while Chopper's fruit is simply Hito Yuto no Mi, lacking a model. Let's recall earlier episodes. There was a rumor on Drum Island about a mushroom that could cure all diseases. Chopper mistakenly thought he found this mushroom and gave it to Hiluluk, which led to Hiluluk's demise. Chopper's dream has always been to become a doctor who can cure every disease. What if the real mushroom that can cure all diseases is in fact Chopper's fruit?
I believe Chopper's ability to turn a devilish giant back to normal in this scene is entirely due to his fruit. Blackbeard must have raided Drum Island to find the fruit that Chopper ate, as it holds the cure for the devilish power that led to Zebek's death. Since Chopper was able to deactivate Emu's power, one of the two fruits Zebek was searching for to defeat Emu might be Chopper's fruit. This is somewhat corroborated by a conversation on Fishman Island, where Jinbei mentions that the Blackbeard pirates are on the lookout for devil fruits that enhance their strength. When he warns everyone to be careful, Chopper expresses concern that they will come after him. Even Usopp dismisses Chopper's fruit, saying no one wants the Hitoyutomo fruit. This scene is likely to have significant implications later on. So what is the real name of Chopper's fruit? If Eiichiro truly connects this scene to Chopper's fruit, it could only be named Hitoyutomi, model forest god. According to ancient texts, the forest god had control over demons in the second world. Oda has certainly taken a very different path with these developments. After these scenes, we shift to Sanji's side, where he and the others have practically obliterated Killingham. Sanji expresses disbelief, questioning how these guys could be protecting Holy Land while belittling the Holy Knights. Frankie responds, noting that they might have become much stronger than their opponents, as they are now part of the Emperor's crew. During this conversation, we see Loki causing an explosion, and Luffy calls out to the Sanjis. Jinbei then answers a question that has been on everyone's mind. The dragon is enormous, comparable to a Sea King, so yes, Loki is likely at least the size of a Sea King. As Nami scolds Loki and Luffy for causing yet another explosion, warning that the flames will flare up again, we witness a sweet moment where Luffy, after expressing frustration about the situation, turns to Loki. This episode is packed with significant developments and intriguing implications for the future of the story. I can't wait to see where it all leads.